A couple of videos ago, I've unboxed the 4K NPET AC7500 camera, and today I'm going to review it and test it. Coming up. Ciao and welcome to Quick Clips. I'm Enny Benzonelli. Please don't forget to subscribe, like or dislike and comment this video, and come on social media and say hi on Twitter and Instagram. I want to thank George Alfaro for helping me shooting this video. He was so kind to lend me a hand and shoot the B-roll using the iPhone X and the Apple native camera app. As a reminder, this is the review for the NPET AC7500 4K Sport Action camera. During the unboxing, I built up some great expectations about this camera, and yesterday while shooting, the camera performed pretty well. Today, though, in the editing room, things started to look not as bright. One of the most significant problems was an audio drift happening on the 1080p 60. Later in the video, I will talk more about this issue. But let's go back to yesterday and check out how to set up the camera. The use of the NPET camera can be enhanced by connecting it to your phone. In this case, I have an iPhone 7 Plus, and they have an application that allows you to control the camera and as well check how your angle are and if you are in frame and how it looks like. To connect it, it's pretty easy. It uses Wi-Fi. A note is the application is not produced by the NPET camera, it's produced by a different company. So in my experience, the application freezes several times, but it's still a help. And as I said, because of the price of this camera, which is a fraction of what you have of a GoPro, if you just use it for fun and maybe with children or family events, it's gonna be enough. So let's go and show how these two connect. You have to switch on the camera, so you press the main button here, and then the light is gonna go on, and the screen is gonna be as well. Now it's gonna show what is in there. And then you press the button down, and then the message that Wi-Fi connection. In the meantime, I'm gonna go into my phone, into settings, and then into Wi-Fi. And now the iCam application Wi-Fi connection will be there. I click it, and now the two will be connected. Wi-Fi connection ready. There you go. Perfect. And now we go into the app, which is called, and I put everything in the description, Easy eCam, Easy iCam. And now the camera is already set up here. We just do connection. And now it's gonna connect, it's gonna give you some options and give you as well a preview. Hello. Now we're gonna test how the camera will work when moving from more area in the shade into a sunny area, and see how the camera will react on that condition. So let's have a go. And again, it's really handy to have your phone sync with the camera. Maybe check a little bit my hair. I'm gonna do it the right way. There you go. And then just, yeah, that angle is gonna be good. And so we're gonna move just from here and showcase. And this is a shady area, so we have huge trees in this beautiful area of Auckland. It's Swenson. And then now we go into the sun, and my face is gonna be lit by the sun, and then we're gonna see how this works when I put it through the computer, and hopefully it's gonna look good. And then of course I'm gonna do some grading. Now the sun is covered by a huge cloud, as you can see. So I take out my phone to check, and then I show you the big cloud is over there. So it's kind of casted, and it looks like that my face is really dark in this situation. Let's turn around and see if I have the light then in front of me. That's much better. So yeah, it looks like that on the phone the camera does a good job. Another note is we are shooting in 1080 60 frames per second. Now the sun is coming out of the cloud, and it's blinding me. At this point during the first cut, I was very annoyed. The audio sync was slowing me down a lot. It's gonna be good. And so we're gonna move just from here and showcase. And this is a shady area, so we have huge trees. So I decided to stop and spend a moment to figure out a solution. After some trials, I realized that speeding up the audio by 7% was fixing the issue. But as I had the B-roll matching perfectly the sound, this wasn't a solution. So instead, I've decided to slow down the footage. And finally, I got the audio to match. I'm gonna do it the right way. There you go. And then just, yeah, that angle is gonna be good. I went back and fixed all the previous shot. Let's continue with the testing. After putting the waterproof case, we went to the swimming pool and dunked the camera into the water. I don't know what angle I have because I disconnected the Wi-Fi from the camera. What happened before is as soon as we put the camera into the water and the Wi-Fi connection went away, the camera stopped recording as well, which is not really good because if you lose connection, it should keep recording at least, but it looks like that the camera just stopped recording. And I don't know if it was just a fortuitous case or if it's something that the camera does when it loses connection, the Wi-Fi connection with the phone. So now I'm gonna do again the test and put the camera into the water and see if it keeps recording when it does that. So I'm gonna go on my knees and I'm gonna go down. I think I still look into the camera, so let's see what happens. Goodbye. So there you go. I wonder if the camera is filming. It must be like a very artistic shot. Right, let's take it out. And then there is some water coming out of the stick. And we will see if the camera still works. I can confirm that the camera still works and the case was 100% waterproofed. The last test of the day was to shoot some slow motion. The camera films in 120 frames per second, but only at the 720p resolution. Back at the pool, Andres jumped into the water twice. Camera does a good job, the operator a bit less in following the action, but without a monitor it's tricky to follow it. Later we went filming some bees. I feel the slow motion is good, but of course the camera isn't equipped with a macro lens to execute this shot correctly. I apologize for the shadow I'm casting. The iPhone X does a better job, and the autofocus of the phone helps a lot. Now here comes the verdict. The NPET AC7500 4K is a low-budget camera, and I pushed it by using it in filming stuff that the camera probably is not made for. I feel though the picture is not as crisp as I would hoped it would be. At least for me, the camera doesn't do me any favor, and my skin looked worse than it is. I don't think I look that wrinkly. The app on the phone is pretty handy, but it freezes more than I hoped it would do. Also, if you're shooting near a router you are locked in, its Wi-Fi will overtake the camera one, and you have to pair the phone and the NPET 7500 4K camera over and over again. But I guess this camera is made to use outside in the big forest or at sea, at the lake, playing with children. So probably this problem with the router won't be a big issue. To me, the audio sync is a big problem. even though at the end of the edit I figure out a solution to fix it. A note, one of the 30 clips I've shot yesterday was perfectly in sync. So I'm not sure what happened there and why the other 29 clips were completely out of sync or had an audio drift going through them. With the picture not being the best one and the audio issues, I will use the NPET AC7500 4K sports camera mostly for B-rolls and not as a primary camera. If you hope to use this camera for your vlogs, I would recommend to maybe look at alternatives. But at the current price point, I think this camera is the perfect gadget for people who want to start experimenting filming with a sport camera, but not keen to fork out hundreds of dollars. Thanks to George and Andres for helping out. Don't forget to subscribe, like or dislike this video, and come and say hi on social media, Twitter and Instagram. If you wanna have more information about the NPET 7500 4K sport camera, check out the video description. There is some links where you can go and buy it if you are that keen. Also let me know what your experiences are and if you have a favorite sport camera. That would be great. Until next time, ciao! The iPhone 10 does a better job and the autofocus of the phone helps a lot.